Alright, Forest fans, Max Newton here, giving you a quick review of Nottingham Forest 2, Brighton hove Albion 2 on Talk Forest TV. Hit that like, comment and subscribe button. Forest continue their unbeaten start to the season in all competitions because a penalty defeat in the Carabao Cup doesn't count as a defeat. You've got to say, fantastic point away from home at Brighton, a team that it's many people's favourite second team, many people's favourite tip for to break into that top four. Everybody loves Brighton for some reason. I suppose, to be fair, they've come back from the abyss and they've ran their club the right way and they play nice football. Nonetheless, great start for Forest. I thought the first half we played really, really well. I thought the midfield completely nullified Brighton. Frustrated Brighton, very much like we did away at Liverpool the week before, except we didn't have to do it by packing the midfield. We kept Alanga and Callum Hudson-Odoi on the field out wide, so plenty of attacking intent. Clear penalty, nice play by Callum, and clear penalty given, an absolutely brilliant penalty taken by Chris Wood. Thanks, Chris, for my fantasy football. Although I've got more on Gibbs White as well, so that would have also have given me some extra points. So yeah, really good first half, and it looked as though Forest were completely containing quite comfortably Brighton up until the 42nd minute, when nobody was marking their guy for the header. He had a free header, middle of the 6-yard box, powered it in. It was a great header, to be fair. We've got to ask questions of your central defenders. Unfortunately, that's Milenkovic and Murillo. And then 3 minutes later, Daniel Welbeck, lovely free kick. A lot of criticism of the keeper, but I don't know, I'm not so sure. I think it was a brilliant free kick. I think the keeper was perhaps a bit unsighted and his weight was on the wrong foot and thought it was going the other way. Game completely flipped on its head, from Forest looking quite comfortable to going in, massive change of momentum, and that change of momentum, really told for the first 15, maybe 20 minutes of the second half, where it was wave after wave of Brighton attacks. Nico, we made 3 subs at half time, which felt like a bit of an overreaction to me, because I thought we played really well that first half, so there didn't seem to be any reason to make a triple half time substitution. Marino played well, the players that came off had played well, and sod's law, Nico Williams picks up a silly yellow card within 50 seconds of the second half, and Mitoma had Nico on toast, it looked like, and they're getting a lot of joy down that side, especially because Nico got a yellow card. And Forest looked a bit all at sea as well. I think it was a combination of tails up, momentum from Brighton, but also Forest looked a bit disjointed, looked like a bit like they weren't quite sure what was happening, and we struggled to put a pass together, struggled to make a tackle. Second balls fell to Brighton for the first 15 minutes of that second half, and I was hiding behind my sofa thinking it was it might be one of those heavy away defeats like we saw in our first season in the Premier League. But Forest held on, they suffered, as is the phrase, and then started to eventually got a bit of the ball and a bit of the ball further up the field, and a few more good attacking moments before the equalising goal. Absolutely wonderful. Hang that in the Louvre. In fact, don't just hang it in the Louvre, hang it everywhere. Hang it in the Gauguin, hang it in, I don't know, can't think of any more museums or galleries. Just hang it everywhere, because that was a beautiful goal. There was some lovely 1-2 passing, first touch passing in the middle of the pitch. Morgan Gibbs White played a lovely ball through to Jota. Jota ran onto it, beat the offside trap, looked up, saw Souza, ran in towards goal, committed the keeper, lovely little ball across. Souza just smashed it in front of delirious 3,500 Garibaldi at that end. Absolutely brilliant. Clearly onside, no problem about that. Absolutely fine. And then you thought, Brighton attack, Brighton throwing people forward, throwing on strikers, taking off subs, brought on that Ferguson, took off our defender, and I thought, well, we could be in here because they're throwing everything forwards, but we've got pace. Souza, Jota, Morgan Gibbs-White, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Jota playing up the middle after Chris Wood went off. I thought there was a real chance that we could nick a win because they're going to leave gaps behind. And then the red card. For me, it's a hard challenge. For me, Morgan Gibbs-White gets the ball. It's a bit of a tangle of legs. It's a bit messy. It's not a great challenge, but for me, he gets the ball. And Rob Jones, I hope they talk about this on Match of the Day. And Rob Jones walks towards where he's given the foul. He does this. He says, played the ball. He absolutely says, played the ball. And then, 30 seconds later, he's got his yellow card out and sent him off. Now, there's no VAR because you can't VAR a second yellow. So what's happened there? Somebody needs to answer what happened there. It looked like Anthony Taylor, the fourth official, is giving VAR, is giving advice to the referee on the pitch, and the referee on the pitch has changed his mind. This doesn't happen. It happens to Forest, and Morgan Gibbs-White sent off. I don't agree with that decision at all. And then it was backs to the wall. We had a chance to nick it, and we just mistimed the play between Jota and Souza. But backs to the wall, defended brilliantly from that from that point on. Headers, tackles, clearances. Murillo given man of the match on the telly. Hard to argue with that, although I think Jota was brilliant when Jota came on. So a great point considering everything, considering the opposition, considering a red card, considering we were 2-1 down to one of the fancy teams in this division. That's a brilliant point away from home. Well played, Forest.